People are afraid of silence because we think silence is loneliness, because we always want people to see us, hear us, choose us, love us. We want attention from all people, and to get that attention, we start talking. The purpose of all our words is for the next person to like us. We want to be good in the eyes of future people. So we try to tell people about all our good qualities. But silence scares us. If we stay silent, the next person may focus on our weakness. We know deep inside that we are not perfect, so we avoid silence. We want to hide this fact from people. And as we live this false life, we become weak inside. Silence works like a mirror in our lives. When we are calm, we recognize ourselves as we really are. We see the truth that we don't need compliments from others to be happy. When someone treats us well, insults us, or ignores us, we don't care what we say. And silence gives us the strength not to feel alone with ourselves. But if we spend time with ourselves during silence, silence increases your power of focus. Gautama Buddha said that before you speak, let your words pass through these 3 questions first. Does what you are going to say have any value? Second, is it necessary to say what you are going to say now? Third, will your words make a difference, or will people listen with one ear and repeat them with the other? You cannot get the answers to these 3 questions by talking to any human being. Rather, you will find the answers to these 3 questions when you remain silent and say only what is necessary. Silence and focus go together. You think you cannot talk and think. Talking and thinking can never go together. People who talk a lot just talk. Their words have no value. Thousands of thoughts come into our brain all the time, and people who talk too much say every thought, and it only creates problems in their life. On the other hand, people who remain silent increase their ability to focus. They understand well whatever they are thinking. Various thoughts come into their brain, thoughts that they can say. But they silently analyze all these random thoughts and speak only when it is necessary to speak. Silence increases trust. Trust is very important to build a relationship with a person, to connect with someone better than yourself, and to gain the trust of any person, you have to listen to them. You can make people laugh by telling your story. You can impress the other person just by talking about yourself. Maybe the next person will like you. The man in front will not trust you so quickly until you listen to the man in front. Now, if the question arises, why listening is more important than talking, it is more or less the same question as why saving is more important than spending. It is not so easy to listen to the other person, to understand the other person. You cannot pretend to be silent and listen to people. That means you are sitting quietly. The brain says, when are you going to shut up? And I am going to start talking. Then you will never benefit from doing that. You need to develop your observer and to gain additional knowledge about your surroundings and human relationships, and this will only happen through silence. Most people only talk about themselves when they meet someone, or how their life is so much better, or how many problems they have in their life. And it is uncomfortable for them to be silent for a while. So they keep talking. You never see successful and powerful people talking too much. On the contrary, they question people. They try to learn about people. Silence confuses the opponent. You don't say anything until everyone in the room is 100% calm. You just wait. Then you will see that all people's attention is directed towards you. Everyone will wonder why you are not talking. The expectations of the people in front of you will increase gradually. Everyone will think about what you are thinking. This is not a manipulation technique. On the contrary, wait for the right moment and start talking. When you think that everyone has calmed down and everyone's attention is on listening to you, then other people will value your words 10 times more. The great philosopher Sun Tzu defeated thousands of enemies with the power of silence. He often confused his enemies by remaining silent. He said that when you are silent, you will disturb your enemy, and he will start thinking only about you. What is your plan? What are you going to do in the future? While he is thinking about all this, he will be distracted from his goal, and then you will win very easily. He used to say that he who knows when to speak and when not to speak wins. Silence also draws other people's attention to you. If you have ever been in a group meeting, whether it is a board meeting or your class, you have experienced how silence attracts other people's attention. When the teacher speaks, you start talking to your friend sitting next to you. Meanwhile, the teacher's words continue in the background. But when the teacher stops talking and you realize that you are talking, your attention unwittingly goes to the teacher. Your brain is signal that something is happening, and your attention goes to the teacher. The same thing happens in our daily life. You have seen it when you speak. Then many people don't pay attention to your words, don't even respond properly. But when you suddenly stop talking, everybody's attention turns to you, and then other people ask what happened.